20 players from all across the UK are about to battle it out to become the second winners of this competition. It's the ultimate game of lying, trust and betrayal. Amongst 20 innocent players, 3 traitors, who at night will try to murder their faithfuls. The faithful's job at day is to find the traitors, get them before they get you. If they're not careful, they could banish one of their own. Welcome back. It's time for the Traitors Online Series 2. Well, it's now time for the players to meet for the very first time. Let's see how it goes.
Dougie, all I want to say is watching the first series, that was intense.
Yeah.
Oh, you got no idea.
Well, Traitors Online Series number 2.
Woo!
It's a game of backstabbing, manipulation, lying, and betrayal,
Fun.
which perhaps some of you have already been doing. In a minute, I will be selecting the traitors. It is your job to murder everyone else until you are the last person standing. Everybody else in the game will become faithful. It is your job to find out who the traitors are, banish them from death. And then, before they get you. Along the way, I'll tell you, I'll be chucking in more turns than you can keep up with. So, let's start as we mean to go on. Some of you have already formed alliances, made friendships. Some of you have already come in here, knowing each other from past games. So, I need a volunteer.
A volunteer for what?
Perfect. I'll put a hand up first. You may start. So, we're going to play a little game. Debbie, EJ, Debbie, Keely, Lynn, and Ellie are all exempt as they are not here tonight. But everybody else, you are part of the game. Hooray! So, as I was saying, you have formed some friendships already, whether that's from past games or new alliances for the fun. I just want to know, really, Anne, who are you closest to in the competition so far?
So I've not actually been very, very vocal in the group chat, so I've actually struggled to keep up with some of them. However, Catherine reached out to me actually, and we had a bit of a chat. And I know Trudy, Brax, and Hayden from previous game.
All right. Can you give me one name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Perfect. Thank you very much, Anne. You can meet Catherine. I've got the same question for you.
Okay.
Who would you say you're closest to so far in the competition?
At the moment, I think Hayden, because
Hayden.
Hayden, because at the moment he's more like the ringleader at the moment. So we'll see how we go with that.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Hayden, that means we're coming to you next. You've probably figured out what question I'm going to ask you.
Well, saying a ringleader, I think, is a bit too much, because that's going to put a lot of everything on me already, even though you've not even picked who they are. But I'd say the person I'm closest to at the moment is probably Brax, because obviously we've played a game with each other before and we've always stayed in contact, even though he does support a terrible football club. but we don't go into it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Brax, that means we're coming to you next. You're probably figuring out what question I'm going to ask you. So
Yeah. So this is actually a really difficult one because the two people that I would sort of say I was closest to have already gone. So with the way that you're kind of running this, then I'll probably have to go Trudy, because Trudy's the only other one that's really played in the games that I've already played. So I'll probably have to pass it over to Trudy.
perfect. Thank you very much. Trudy, exact same question for you. Who are you closest to so far?
I would have said Keely, but she's not here. All the other people, again, like Ian said, have already gone. So I'm just gonna have to throw a name out there, and I'm gonna have to say Dougie, because he's got a little boy like I have, because I don't know anybody else, to be honest.
Okay, thank you very much. So that means we're coming to you next, Dougie. Out of the people still standing, so that is Liam, Sharon, Kyle, Corey, Diana, Corinne, and Stacey.
I'd say the person I'm probably closest to out of those names that you mentioned there is probably Sharon, just because of, well, we haven't had we haven't really said that much to each other over the last few days. We did go relatively far in the previous game that I knew her from, so I'd probably have to say Sharon.
Perfect, thank you very much, Dougie. Sharon, exact same question for you.
Okay, so for me, it would have to be Diana.
Perfect. Diana, you know what's coming. You'll have to unmute yourself.
I am going to say nobody, simply because I just haven't had time to reply to all the chats. I dip in and out and keep my eye on what's going on, but I wouldn't say that I formed a friendship with anyone. I've been very unfriendly. I'm sorry.
Okay. In that case, out of Stacey, Liam, Kyle, Corey, and Corinne, any of you want to take the baton on? Oh. Out of the people that haven't been chosen, anybody want to take the baton? We'll go with Corey then.
I will do. I'll just say quickly, like, I only know Colin out of this whole group, so like that's my choice.
Okay, perfect. That's Corinne then. And then finally, we've got 3 names to choose from here. Corinne, you can choose from Corey, Liam, Stacey. Just pick a name out of the hat, really.
I think I've spoken to a couple of people on the chat, but obviously it's been a manic weekend with like Kyle planning birthdays, so I've not really had much to do with anyone. I think there was another new person, but I'm not sure who it was. Was it Liam? I'm not sure. Someone else, so I don't actually know, to be honest. I've not really had much time to talk to anyone.
Okay, perfect. So you've asked the question on there, Liam and Stacey. You two are the last remaining players. If you could just whack yourselves off mute for me. Hello, both. As I was saying, you two are the last remaining players from that game. Unfortunately, the Traitors is a game about building alliances, friendships, because ultimately, if you're out there by yourself, there's a high chance you could just end up vanishing from the game, the click of a finger. So, unfortunately, it's goodbye for one of you. Which one of you that is, I'm going to leave that in your capable hands. You can have a little discussion between yourselves, Corey and Stacey, and choose one of you to vanish right now.
Can I just interject and say that this is actually hilarious, because Stacey, this always happens to her when we've played separate games, and she's the first to go. Like, I actually think it's really...
Do you know?
It was now time to do a random wheel, as Corey and Stacey couldn't decide. The person's name that came up would be banished, effective immediately.
Stacey, unfortunately, the name that's come out of the wheel is you, and therefore you will be leaving the game right now. What about that? And I'll see you. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Didn't even get chance to get to know the woman. That is so what?
Goodbye.
That is harsh.
Wow.
Well, that was a fun start to the evening, wasn't it?
No.
Right, I've just whacked you all on mute there. What I want you to do is take a last look into everybody's eyes. At the moment, you are all faithful. The next time we're in this meeting room, in about 5 minutes' time, there will be some traitors amongst you. What you're going to do...
It's time for the players to find out their roles as I pick my 3 traitors.
Hi Diana, good evening.
Hello, Kyle. Nice to be with you again.
So, I guess you know what's coming. How do you fancy
I've got an idea.
joining me in Traitors Tower for the series?
I would love to. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Hey. I hope I do a good job.
Perfect. You know what's coming. How do you fancy joining me in Traitor Tower for this series?
Yeah, I am 100% down.
Beautiful.
Question.
Would you like to be a traitor? That's the question. Yeah, there we go. Got there in the end. Right.
Well, now the group is firmly divided into 2, let's head back to the main meeting.
There we have it. My traitors have been chosen. I didn't just speak to you, then you will be peaceful. Now, I'm quite happy because the group is once again divided. I'll leave you to have a little chat. If there's anything you want to say it now. And when the grandfather clock chimes, bugger off.
So obviously I was the last one to be added into the group. So who was the first 3 to be added into the group?
I didn't see.
Don't know.
No list of people.
I can't work out.
I thought I was the last to be added.
To be fair, he did say he'd add them all at random, didn't he? So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think it was a case traitors were going to be added in, told, kicked out again, and then we were all going to back in randomly. But I was one of the last.
But now it's a weird feeling knowing that there are a few traitors among us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh shit.
What, they've been chosen already?
I don't think it helps when we can't see everybody's faces.
We don't know how many of us there are.
No.
How many faithfuls, how many traitors? We don't know.
Yeah.
If you think it doesn't, just because they're not in the call, they could have been done early.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally get that. Like, they might not be traitors right now, but they could be like next week or whenever, like the next game.
It's definitely you, Anne.
What?
You're a traitor.
No, sorry.
Didn't you say we were all the faithful, or am I not getting this? Because I'm all new to this, so I really don't know what's going on.
I'm actually really, really glad that I'm not a traitor, because it means that I don't have to come with bloody tricks and tricks.
Right, as a traitor.
I prayed with him not to be a traitor. I was like, please don't, because I am crap at it.
Yeah, I would be crap at being a traitor.
See, Anne, I remember every time I played with you, it's only you've only ever been a faithful. So I don't know how your traitor ways work.
Oh,
I don't have
What do we have to?
It's now time for the traitors to meet, to select their first ever murder victim, and to find out each other's identities.
Hi, Hayden.
Hello.
Traitor Towers. Are you
Happy
ready
to
meet
be here.
other traitors?
Yeah, go on. Hit me.
Hello, Hayden.
Oh my god, Diana.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And you. We've got business to do.
We have, yeah. I've not met you before, so I know nothing about you.
we can. Well, this is perfect time for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
You're pretty experienced, I believe.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've played a couple. I've played like 3 games of Traitors, and I was a traitor once, so I've had the experience of being both.
Are you guys?
And also, you were murdered, were you as well?
Yeah. Because they knew how good I was as a traitor, so they was like, "No, we're getting him out now." So.
Is it more stressful being a traitor? Do you think it must be?
Yeah, because there's so much you've got to work out, and like how many different people are like onto you.
Right. Are you ready to meet your final traitor?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Let's go. I don't know. No.
Ready? Ah, Corey.
Hello. Oh.
There we go.
Let's go.
Nice to meet you, Corey.
Yeah. But then again, if we get him gone, it throws sus on me straight away because the players that played with me before know that I'm really close with Ian.
Maybe we should keep him for just a couple of days to make it less obvious.
I was thinking of Anne. But then people aren't really like, you don't know where you stand with her really.
Do you know her from before?
Not really. I didn't really play the thingy one, but on the call she was just trying to suss everyone out already as soon as we got chosen.
Who was this?
Anne. Is her name Anne?
Yeah. No, purple right now and say Trudy.
I mean, why not?
I'll just say that Catherine is exceptionally chatty. That's all I'll say.
Which is good for us because the more she talks, the more people are going to be like,
Yeah.
She's very quiet until it comes to the point of somebody throws suspicions on her, and then her mouth runs away with her.
And so with that, the murder victim is settled. Let's deliver the news.
Because number one, she's very, very quiet in the groups, so it's an easy kill. And 2, when somebody else throws suspicions on her, she runs her mouth a lot, and it doesn't get very pretty. So that's why it's like, get her gone now. Save all problems till later.
She didn't say much in the first meeting, and I therefore think we should get rid of some of the milder people to start off with before going on for the big kills later on.
So I think if we kill her, that it won't throw any fire our way because obviously no one's suspicious. No one would be suspicious if she's gone. So if she ends up dying, it's literally gonna be us untouched.
It's now time for day 2. Before breakfast, Corey and Hayden wanted to meet to discuss their fellow traitor, Diana.
Well, I've asked Kyle to call this meeting. I want to get rid of Diana.
For what? Well, I mean, she's not much help, is she?
I mean, if you're down, then...
I mean, well, to be honest, she's like... Well, she's much older than us anyway.
Yeah.
So it won't really make a difference, if I'm honest. She didn't really have an opinion when we got rid of her.
Because I feel like she's going to slow us down, and she's a bit... Obviously, because she's older.
Yeah, but that could be an advantage as well, though, because she can get along with all the older people, because there is a lot of older people in the group.
Which is why I want to keep her for the time being and not throw her out straight away.
Well, yeah. To be honest, yeah. I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
It's quite sad, but it is what it is. I mean, if we just get her to like absolutely go for it, if Ian survives, and if we get her to go like for Ian, 100%. What?
Do not mention that name to me at the moment.
I'm pretty sure Catherine's on to you. I don't know about Liam.
That's my issue.
I think he is on to you. I hate to say it. Sorry, Liam, if you see this, but I think he is onto you. But Liam was already with them.
That's the thing, I wasn't actually going for Liam, I just turned around to Ian and said he can't be trusted if he's blabbering his mouth. And then he was like, Hayden, you've just signed your fate. I manipulated you, did I really? That's bullshit and you know it. And then I was like, he put, you're for sure a traitor, but why am I acting against you, mate, with all the shit that you've been doing to everyone? He was like, well, you're literally trying to manipulate Liam against me, don't chat shit.
Well, with that backstabbing out of the way, let's head back to breakfast. Who is not going to make it? Who has been murdered?
Oh my god. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Liam. How the devil are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I was getting it. Same about your football team, no? Oh, Debbie! Noogie!
Hello.
Look, Debbie! I got Noogie!
Ah, you got turkey. I've got an octopus.
Oh, that'll do.
Mr. Carl took his time today, that's for sure. he kept us waiting.
Oh, hi,
I get
Kyle.
to see everybody now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, I'm just making a baby a bottle. Won't be a minute.
Oh my god, Lynn, it's actually so nice to actually put a face to the name.
I know this is very scary for me, Hayden. You know what I'm like.
Oh my god! Oh, Sharon's alive, good.
Sharon's alive!
Yay!
Yay!
Debbie's on the beach, look.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, Debbie's having the best time of her life there.
Oh, definitely. It was the weekend.
Lynn's in space, Debbie's
basically-
in, Diana's in.
Yeah, what are we
Hey guys.
Hi, Paul.
I'm scoffing my tea so you can see me eat my tea. I apologise.
What?
Hello, you.
Hi.
What the fuck? I'm actually in the call.
Who is Brax? Is Brax Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Okay, I was not expecting that.
Welcome in.
Right, do you see I'm black?
I genuinely thought I was going to be the first kill.
Congratulations.
I wonder who was the first one then.
I think a lot of us thought we were dead because we wasn't in, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
I've been thinking since like day one. Right, that's it. I'm killed.
Who's in?
Oh, hi, Sharon. Sorry. So we're missing EJ and Trudy.
Wait, so I take it if one of them comes in, the other one's dead, right? Is that how it works?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
God.
imagine so.
Oh, wow.
Brax, do you think we're on for a Trudy first kill again?
Left.
Oh, no, not
Not
Trudy.
before Trudy.
Why is it always had the dice first?
So, as you could probably work out, EJ and Trudy are the only ones not in the call.
Right.
And neither of them will be joining the call.
Okay.
EJ has left the game. And Trudy was the traitor's first victim.
Oh,
Oh, Trudy.
Trudy.
Wow.
Curveball right now and say Trudy.
I mean, why not?
I'll just say that Catherine is exceptionally chatty. That's all I'll say.
Which is good for us because the more she talks, the more people are going to be like,
Yeah.
I feel like Trudy's the one to.
I don't know anything about Trudy. She's just very quiet, isn't she?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
She's very quiet until it comes to the point of somebody throws suspicions on her, and then her mouth runs away with her.
Okay. I'll be guided by you. I don't know her.
I feel like Trudy's the person to go tonight.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
You all agreed on Trudy?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Trudy it is. Welcome to the call. I have some news for you.
I've been murdered.
Please take a look at your screen.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Unfortunately, that means your time on the game is over. Thank you so much for playing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for playing. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Now.
So that's near enough confirming my suspicions.
What the hell?
I have a special message from EJ for you guys, and then we'll get on with tonight's round table.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's okay. I'm sorry that I haven't been around in the last few days. I've been really busy, and I can tell you that I was, in fact, a traitor. No, I wasn't. I was a faithful. So no one's really sprung out to me except Hayden. The reason why is because when we started the game on Wednesday, he put myself, Dougie, and Kath in an alliance group chat at the beginning of the game. Obviously, none of us had our roles yet or anything else. So there's that to think about. But also, at the end of Wednesday night, he said, right, Kath, Ethan, Dougie, I want more than 5 people in this alliance, but I want no more than 9. And I'm just thinking, who the fuck put you in charge? And I hope that information does you well. Hayden, no disrespect to you, my friend. Just playing the game. I love you. I think you're brilliant. But I wanted to say, soon, best of luck to you all. Mwah. Bye.
Well, I can't wait to trim that down in post-production. Thank you very much there to EJ for his nice speech. And moving straight on from his accusation to the home of accusation, tonight's round table.
Oh, fuck.
We've had 3 days between our first meeting and the traitor selection and this round table, and it's safe to say that a lot has happened in that time. This is your chance, faithfuls, to get a traitor out. Best of luck. Make sure you speak up. The floor is yours.
Right, I want to start off with Hayden.
I was going to ask if I could start, but go on.
So you've just heard exactly what EJ turned around and said, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I turned around and said to you, and I've been quite vocal on the group chat. But yesterday, you tried manipulating Liam against me, and you got caught out big time, and you end up having to backpedal faster than Usain Bolt at 100 meters because of the fact you were trying to manipulate people.
I wasn't trying to manipulate anyone.
If you're such a faithful, then why are you trying to manipulate people?
To get him off the scent of you.
What do you mean off the scent of me? I'm a faithful, so I've got nothing to hide. I've been vocal the entire time. I've not hid anything the entire time. I've got nothing to hide.
You've got a lot of reasons to be a traitor. A lot of reasons to be a traitor. Everyone's picked up on that as well.
Dude, literally, we had this conversation over the group chat, which people have seen, which I've turned around and quite happily turned around and spoken about. You haven't said a bloody word about it.
In what sense?
In the sense that I told you exactly what would have happened if it was a traitor, and I told you exactly how I would have played it. And none of the way that it's being played is right. You're constantly backtracking on bloody everything.
Well, of
saying
course
one,
I am.
saying
Because
one thing
I've got
and
nothing
another.
to hide, and I'm a faithful. So there's not like.
Can I? Hayden, you're definitely a traitor.
Can I just point out though that I mean, to be honest, like you two are just going at it all the time, and I know you got to stab at me and whatever, but like everyone else here at the minute is silent. Like that entire chat has just been like the Ian and Hayden. And to be honest, like I don't even know like if you're faithfuls or traitors, but to be quite frank, like I've said numerous times, like it's a nightmare trying to keep up with that chat. Like it's just toing and froing, like going over the same ground all the time. Right now, I'm like, do you know what? The pair of you could go for me, just because the chat would just be quieter and there'd just be less of the waffle. There'd just be less fluff, because you've literally batted to and fro the exact same stuff for like 3 days, and I don't know about anyone else, but I just can't keep up.
Can I add on to that, Anne? Sorry.
Yeah, of course you can.
So before the game even started, Ian obviously did say that he made a group chat with me and Kyle, explaining his whole game plan. And in that game plan was, no matter whether I am a faithful or a traitor, I will be causing havoc.
No, I totally get it, but it's just
that was you that turned around and said about suspicions as well. So don't try and just pin that on me, because that was you doing that as well.
Oh, don't worry, Ian. Like it's literally 6 and 2 3. So honestly, the pair of you, I just can't.
I'm with you, Anne. I didn't manage to do the first Zoom session, and trying to get a clue with what's going on in the chats, it's difficult. You're working all day. You're trying to keep up and read everything at night. Being away, I've come in tonight not even having a clue who half the people are. I've seen names on the group, but all I've seen really is Ian and Hayden.
I can agree with that. To be honest.
Can I just add something in as well? This is just my observations. So I think Debbie will understand this as well, because obviously both Debbie and myself were traitors in a previous game. What EJ had to say there, it resonated with me. I'm not sure if it's the same with you, Debbie. I mean, I think he was relatively spot on with what he said. Whether Hayden is a traitor or not, who knows? But you can't say that he was wrong in what he said there at all.
Oh no, of course he wasn't wrong what he said.
Now, what I have to say is, from my observations on everything so far, is I've discussed this before with quite a few people, and Ian. Now, the way in which you've conducted yourself, to me, has been either the behavior of a traitor or a very bad faithful. What I mean by a very bad faithful is that it's distracting us from actually trying to find the real traitors. If you are indeed a faithful, it's actually, you're causing so much mayhem and disruption. It's actually stopping us from actually finding the real traitors. If Hayden isn't a traitor, that is, of course. Right. Can you just kind of explain? Because you've just been suspecting everyone and anyone who has 2 legs.
So basically, with the 6 people that I have named, which was obviously you, Dougie, and Hayden, Debbie, you and Debbie played such a good game, and you fought with EJ and Catherine were the fan favourites. I've got to look at it from the point of view of the YouTube side of it as well, in the sense of he's going to want the best players, so he's going to want the fan favourites so that so that Kyle can get the views. So it would make complete sense to me that one of you is a traitor because of that fan favourite side of it. Now,
I think the opposite. Why would you want to be exactly the same as Series 1?
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, that throws me into the spotlight, because I was nothing to do with Series 1. I haven't even watched it. And I really think that I ought to play catch up on that, if I'm honest. But don't get me wrong, that throws me into the spotlight. But me, if I was writing a set of series, why would Series 2 be the same as Series 1? That to me just makes no sense. I mean, listen, one of them might be, obviously. So I've just heard that EJ was a traitor, Dougie and Debbie. Were they the only 3? I've not watched.
And David.
And David and
Michael, but they're not in the game though.
Yeah.
All right.
But then I played a second game and I was a faithful.
So yeah, one of the originals might be, but for me, I don't see why you'd want Series 2 to be a carbon copy of Series 1. And obviously, in Series 1, Kyle, when he made it, he didn't know that Debbie and Dougie and co were going to make such good traitors. So he might think, oh well, there's Ian, there's Hayden, there's Anne, there's Lynn, all these newbies. Maybe one of them should have a go at it because maybe they'd be good. I mean, I'm just trying to think. You're saying that you're thinking from a YouTube perspective, but it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense because for me, you'd have a crack with someone else. He didn't know before Series 1 that Dougie was going to do so well. So it could be that Anne, Ian, Hayden, whoever on number 2 is going to do brilliantly. And yeah, do you know what? That throws me into that mix. Of course it does. But if you're going to say that you're going to take the YouTube angle, then take it properly because that would then include you. The way that I'm saying it includes me. It includes me.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
With what Anne has said, I agree with all of it because you don't want to have the same kind of like repeating pattern. So if it was the same traitors, it would kind of become repetitive, wouldn't it? And the people who are watching are not going to want to see that. They're going to want to give some of the newbies a new like perspective and be like, right, here you go, be a traitor, do what you want. Let's see how you do it. Let's see how you play it.
Could be a double bluff. So there was 5 traitors. So yeah, one of them, maybe even 2, is in the second game. There could be that double bluff. You can see it from both sides, but
yeah, that's why I turned around and said two of you are newbies. The other one, I reckon, is still a fan favourite, and the two that I reckon are from the newbies, that are the traitors. I reckon it's male, female, and I reckon it's Anne and Hayden, and then I'm questioning which of the fan favourites it is.
So wrong.
Anne is playing the game completely different to the way she's played other games. She keeps saying she can't keep up with group chats and just chats random stuff. She's doing different. She's doing some things really, really weirdly.
And that's funny because in your game, Ian, I was a traitor, and now I'm different. Really?
But
to be fair, and you have a very.
But you've also been faithful in some of my games, which is why I'm looking at it from that side as well.
But I didn't do a right lot in those games. But actually, and what you don't know is that every single Monday we have a game now, and we play, and we have done for a month or so. So, there's a lot of games that you've not seen neither. And listen, guys, I've said from the off. Listen, Lynn partakes in this every Monday as well, and Trudy. And you know what? If I'm voted out or whatever, so be it. I'm not going to lose sleep because I join you all with Kyle to make season 3. I've never, and when I was a traitor, I didn't win the game, as you know. I picked right at the post, and I don't play to necessarily win it. It's just a laugh. But listen, guys, you make your own decisions, you make your own assumptions, but I'm actually not throwing accusations out here. Do you know what I mean? There's someone very, very deflecting off themselves and trying to put heat on someone else. I have the right to defend myself, but I'm not like literally saying I think it's this person, I think it's this person, because do you know what? I have struggled to keep up with the chats, and all I've said is that all I've seen is the Ian and Hayden show, so I can't cast an assumption on it.
It's definitely the Ian and Hayden show at the moment, and it's getting ridiculous. Because from Sunday, it was, oh my god, it was palaver.
All I'm trying to do is defend myself.
I know, but straight from the off.
What else can I do?
My god.
And yesterday, you were also talking like a traitor, going, oh, well, if I was a traitor, I wouldn't kill you off first. Suddenly I'm here, so...
Well, no, but that's just common sense. If you've watched the American version, they kept Kate in because everybody thought Kate was a traitor. So they kept her in right to the last thing. She did the final at the lock in Scotland and everything. But they kept her in because everyone was always a little bit doubtful, thinking that she was a traitor. So that's just normal gameplay. I don't understand. You basically, you keep someone in the game who everyone suspects. It gains you another...
the Australian version, I was like, what the hell?
Oh, I've seen that.
The only one I've seen is the British one.
TV.
I've not seen the other 2 yet.
I mean, surely someone else has got something to bring to the table.
All I can really say is that I agree with everything that Anne and Debbie have been saying. Throwing accusations is kind of putting you in suspicion. because it's kind of like you, and you're wanting everyone to focus on them, but you could actually be. It's suspicious, if you get what I mean. And all of the problems that have been going on in the group chat feels like it's distracting people from thinking that it could be this person, if you get what I mean. I may have said that wrong. I'm sorry.
Very vocal and I'll pick up on anything and try and give people their
Ian, I'm not necessarily saying it's you. I'm not throwing accusations at all, because I don't know who it could be. I've been dealing with my life and I haven't been able to really be on the chat, but all the names I've really seen is you and Hayden.
I reckon
That's
it's one
not
of them.
necessarily meaning I'm going to vote you.
I think it's one of them. If one of them's a faithful, one of them's a traitor. That's how I'm thinking at the moment.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I agree with
I'm with Dougie on that one as well.
It makes sense for both if you're playing a very bad game. If you're traitors, then you're deflecting. But if you're faithfuls, you're putting yourself under so much suspicion. All you're both doing is deflecting on each other or other people.
I wasn't even trying to deflect off me. I was just like, what? Why is Ian suddenly all going guns blazing because my phone died? And then I'm like, having to try and defend myself for something that I haven't done because my phone died, and obviously that's made me feel very vulnerable and very uncomfortable. So I had to do what I could.
You're turning around saying your phone died, yet your green dot on Sunday never. If your phone dies, your green light. You were on Facebook the entire time.
I wasn't on Facebook at all.
Sometimes it does glitch out though. I will back Hayden on that one, because
my phone died. I put my phone on charge. I went for a cigarette, came back, and then boom. I think it's Hayden. I think it's Hayden. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck has gone on?
Can I just ask, how did this come about, Ian, Hayden, Lynn, if you know, obviously us newbies, how did it come about that we kind of ended up in this game? Like, who knew who? How did it?
I saw Kyle post it on Facebook in the group, the one that me and Ellie are moderators for.
Yeah.
So and then I messaged him and was like, oh yeah, no, I'd be down. And then I think it was Charlie that messaged him and then added it into that chit chat group that we're in originally.
I was going to say, I then started talking to him and tried, and thought you guys might be interested. So obviously gave him into the other chat and put him in there so that obviously he could then, if you guys were interested, obviously get more players. So we've got players to be able to play the game.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if one of you two, obviously whichever one had got pally with Kyle and said, listen, I've got a load of players on, but I want to dictate what role I play. Because obviously you're used to running the game, Ian, so you're used to sort of having the upper hand in it. And let's be honest, the traitors have the upper hand because they know they're traitors, whereas the other people obviously don't know that, you know, it's all second guessing, isn't it? And it's guesswork, whereas they categorically know who's faithful. So it wouldn't surprise me if one of you two would obviously sort of got together with Kyle and wanted that position of power.
I'll be completely honest. I would have loved to have been a traitor because that's the way I like to. That's the way I like to play, as you know. But I can honestly turn around and say, hand on heart, I'm a faithful, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact that I'm a faithful and I've got nothing to hide. Yes, I've been very vocal. Yes, I've been completely truthful, honest about everything that I think, and I've been very vocal about that, but that's just the way that I am. It's not that I'm trying to deflect, it's not that I'm trying to be a traitor. It's the fact that I am literally just trying to turn around and be like, right, this is what I've seen, let's all talk about it and give someone a chance in.
Perfect. That means we will head to the vote. We will start tonight with Sharon. If you could please reveal who you have voted for and why.
Okay, so I have voted for Brax. I just felt there was too much deflection right from the get-go.
Perfect. Thank you, Sharon. Next up then, we will come to Ellie. Oh, you have to unmute.
Sorry, I didn't know how to unmute. I voted for Hayden. I'm sorry, Hayden. But the thing with that the guy who left, I've forgotten his name, I'm sorry. All of that, and then how Hayden was kind of acting in the group chat and all of that just kind of clumped up, in my opinion. I am sorry, Hayden. Just saying.
Perfect. That is 1 vote apiece. Debbie, will come to you next.
I've got a few suspects. I don't know whether you're traitors or not, but if you're faithfuls, you're playing a very poor game. I'm going to go for Brax just because of all the deflection and throwing suspicion on everybody without any real reasons that I can see.
Thank you, Debbie. Liam, will come to you next, please.
I'm voting Hayden, and I don't know why, but he didn't mention it, so I'll let him mention it next time if he's still here.
Okay, thank you, Liam. That's 2 votes for Brax, 2 votes for Hayden. Hayden will come to you next, actually.
Okay, well, obviously I'm voting for Brax because there's obviously been a lot of deflection, again, aimed straight at me and a lot of other players, like Anne, Debbie, Dougie as well. So I just feel like, well, he's obviously got to be a traitor because why is he suspecting so many different players?
Perfect. Corinne, we will come to you next.
I'm really sorry, I didn't know who to go for, so I thought I'd go for one who was most likely, I didn't know, probably wouldn't be picked because of all the kicking off, so I've gone for Sharon. I'm really sorry, I don't know. I just tried to go for someone who I thought probably wouldn't be it. And next week I'll pick better.
Thank you, Corinne. So that is 3 votes for Brax, 2 to Hayden, and 1 to Sharon. Catherine, we'll come to you next for your vote this evening.
Yeah, I've got to go for Brax, I'm sorry. There's too much being flying around, and he said last night he was going to set fireworks off. So, I'm sorry, mate. If you are a faithful, I am so sorry. But Brax it is.
Hayden, I've got to go for you, mate. I can't get over the phone vote and the chat we had and trying to manipulate Liam last night. I've got to go for you, mate.
Thank you very much. So we are on 4 for Brax, 3 for Hayden, 1 for Sharon. Diana, you're next this evening. Who are you going for and why?
Okay, so I've been listening carefully, and it's obviously between Ian and Hayden. I don't know either of you, so I've got to go off what I've seen and heard online and all the messages I've been reading. And Brax seems to be the more aggressive of the two, and I think that is a sign that he's probably a traitor. So I'm going for Brax.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Diana. Next up, we'll come to you, Dougie. Who are you going for this evening and why?
Right, so I actually had a different name coming into the round table to vote for, and based on the discussions that have happened here, I've actually changed my vote. My thought process is, as I said during the round table, if it's not one, it's going to be the other, in my opinion. What Ethan said there, having played a traitor with him previously, made a whole lot of sense to me, as I'm sure it might for someone else who might have played a traitor too. They can probably definitely see the likeliness in this. So my vote unfortunately has to go for Hayden tonight.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dougie. So 4 for Hayden, 5 for Brax, 1 for Sharon. We have 4 votes left. Lynn, we'll come to you next.
Hi. Yeah, as others have said, it's very much seemed to have been the Hayden and Brax show. My vote swayed between one to the other, but I've come to the decision and I voted for Brax.
Okay. So 6 for Brax, 4 for Hayden, 1 for Sharon. Kyle, we'll come to you next.
I voted for Brax also just because there was not much to go on. This is the first one, so I had to pick out of the 2 that were mainly in the focus. So Brax, I'm sorry, but I voted for you.
Okay, so that does mean that Brax is leaving the competition, and we'll collect your votes in.
well, I think everything's been said. To be honest, I did actually have someone else in mind as well. There's only 2 people that have actually called me out and accused me, and one of them got murdered. So, Brax, you got my vote.
Okay. And finally, Corey, although it doesn't make a difference to the result of your thought this evening, and why?
So my vote's not really different from the rest. I did vote you, Brax, but only down to the reason that there was not much to go off at all. Like what everyone's saying, it's basically your 2 show, and yeah, you didn't really convince me that well, and I'm sorry.
Okay. So there we have it. With 9 votes tonight, Brax, you will be leaving the game. Obviously, before you go, you need to reveal to the group your role in the game, but first, if you want to say anything, now's the time.
So basically, listen to everything that I've said and listen perfectly, because I'm actually a faithful, so you've actually just managed to faithful. So good luck, guys. I'll see you next game.
Thank you very much, Ian. So, there we have it. Our first faithful has been lost. Brax has left the game. I'll give you a couple of minutes to debrief.
I'm so confused. As why was he going so hard if he was a faithful?
Yeah, I get your point. I'm sorry I voted for you, mate.
Mate, honestly, I understand it completely.
I just play what I see in front of me, to be fair. But yeah, he played a horrible game. He played too hard, too fast.
I
not
think
be a
it's
traitor.
obvious that I'm going on the next round table anyway, isn't it? Really, let's be honest.
But the irony is that you could have a set of traitors that are sat laughing at the fact that actually you and Ian, you and Brax have just gone on at each other, and they're just sat there with popcorn laughing. Do you know what I mean? So actually, yeah, you are the obvious next target, Hayden. Do you know what I mean? You absolutely are, because to do
So I've had my bags
you know,
of peas now.
but actually, it's a situation where my set of traitors sat here just laughing. Because
Can
actually,
I add on to
Okay, there we go.
something
Thank
that
you
Doggy
for
just said?
unmuting me.
Can I ask Liam something? When Kyle was saying Brax had got so many votes and he would be going and there was only a couple left, you were smirking and laughing?
I've been smirking this whole time. I can't stop myself from smirking.
Why though?
You can ask Corey, he knows me. I smirk at everything.
He's literally never had a phone call ever since like 2019. This is his first day.
It's 2017.
It was if
This
you
is my-
knew we were wrong.
Here we go.
It might also
this is
be
my-
nerves though.
This is my first.
Yeah.
This is my first time speaking on a call since 2017. I'm so nervous.
Oh,
To
bless
be
you.
I'm not
honest,
even- I'm not
Liam, I had a chat with you and Corey or whatever, and you were both dead cert that it was Ian.
That was before
So
something
was
happened.
like 9 people though. 9 people went for him.
That was before something happened with Hayden, which Hayden said he was going to bring up, but he didn't.
So can you bring it up?
I was supposed
Well.
to bring it up actually, yeah, but Ian wouldn't let me speak.
I'm trying to remember how it started.
Basically, me and Brax had obviously a private DM chat, which Kyle was added to. It was obviously, like he mentioned to you guys, discussing game plans if he was a traitor. Unfortunately, now he isn't. And Liam flagged something up to me the other day, saying, "Oh, I just thought I'd let you know because I trust you that Catherine obviously thinks you're a traitor." And I was like, "Right, okay, I appreciate you letting me know." And then obviously me and Brax were speaking about it. And then obviously I told him, was like, right, watch out for Liam. He may be a dodgy one and one to watch out for, because obviously if he's saying one thing to me and one thing to their alliance.
But I didn't say anything different to their alliance. I told them that
Then Brax broke the rule by basically screenshotting. Obviously it wasn't a screenshot. He added him into our DM so then he could actually look through the chat himself. Which is why Ian was saying I was backdashing and deflecting, which technically is breaking the rules, if I'm not mistaken. And in my opinion, having both of them trying to target at me is, well, was trying to belittle me, and it's traitor behaviour. which is why I wanted to bring up the last round table, but I wasn't able to have a chance to speak.
No, we're about to boot on the next round.
He now brings it up.
After that intense round table, Brax was the first person to be banished. Let's see how the traitors handle their second murder of the game.
Well, well, well. We're all in now. How are we all?
Hello, guys.
Obviously, back up in Traitors Tower.
Yeah.
So let's have a murder, shall we?
Why not? So.
Can I please suggest something? You're probably both going to say no, but this would work really well and hugely in my favour.
Go on.
Catherine.
No.
I don't want to kill Catherine right away.
No.
Because by going for Catherine, it will now just put the blame on Liam.
No. I was thinking of going for Corinne. Sorry, because she was the only one that mentioned someone different from you two, and she said Sharon. So if we kill off Corinne, does it not put the limelight onto Sharon?
You better sit on the edge.
It's either her or we said earlier we were going to go for Ellie.
Ellie voted for me though, didn't she?
Right. And so do lots of other people.
Yeah.
And so it's between Ellie and Corinne. One of them is safe and one of them is about to be murdered. Let's go deliver the news.
The weak people in my view are Ellie, Lynn, Sharon.
She said in the group chat, like literally just a second ago, when Kyle said traitors join back, and then someone said, I think it was her, saying that she was in the waiting room or she can't join.
Because by going for Catherine, it will now just put the blame on Liam.
Next time.
What the hell?
That was sneaky, Kyle.
Yes, as ever.
Where's been murdered?
No! No! What the hell?
That I want to do to spice up this evening, very briefly. And that's called the Shield.
What? Catherine did message me the other night asking me if I had any suspicions.
Right, this person is being really defensive at the moment towards me, so I'm sorry, my love.
I've no full alliances, and the fact that you said me for one thing, and then I've told Brax and other people and other things. But
I'm feeling switching it up a little bit.
I'm not.
So, listen closely, because it's round 3. Let's twist things up.